Hey everyone, welcome back to another World of Warships Blitz video. So today we're going to take a peek at Minotaur. I went ahead and used a lot of my free XP and the birthday event to grab Minotaur. What else did I grab? Venencia. Got the Libertad, and then I know I did something else, but I don't remember what I did. Oh, I think I picked up Encounter, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get Cerberus before this event ends or not, because I haven't had time to play. I was out for the weekend, so missed out on some gameplay. But anyways, Minotaur, the first one I was able to get. I had enough blueprints to go ahead and outfit the ship and a leader out. I was blessed with the fact that I had Beatty here to work with, and I can't complain at all about the ship. You guys can see how I have Beatty set up. Really solid commander for the ship line. And I'd love to, I'm going to point this out right now, some of these camos that came out with the event and some of the, I believe some of the codes I've been sharing. Oh, God, I wish we could keep doing these. You know, wargaming. These things are outstanding. I'd love to see where we could have these in the fleet shop. Or the ability to have them for like a month. Because they're great camos. And for free. Honestly, they're just fantastic. Alright, so Minotaur. This is what I did with the ship. I looked at the cruiser modification. The advanced turret. I really didn't think I needed it because, I mean, she's got a 20-degree turret traverse anyways on the main battery, so figured this was the way to go with that. I didn't have the gold to pick up the historical camo, but I will be getting it at some point, I'm sure. And then the details, you know, Minotaur's been around forever and a day. You know, you got the 3 fuel smoke 2s to play with, a couple AA, single AAs to play with, and one sonar. Obviously, the single fire torpedoes. That's the other thing. I've got the choice now if I can try to squeak out some free XP to pick up Cerberus, or the leg mod for Minotaur here. I really want to get a hold of it just to get that extra acceleration and steering. I mean, we all know the ship. She's been in the game forever, and before I go into stats, that's one thing I'd like to touch on. You know, guys, I've been playing this game since almost, I think, like within like 2 months of it coming out, and this is a line I've struggled with grinding out. And you know, when I was new, I was trying out everything, and then when I started playing in tournaments, I went strictly to battleships, trying to look at. You know, at that point in time, I didn't have a lot of premiums either to play with, so I really had to look at the tech tree battleships and try to figure out what they were good at, what I could make them do in a tournament setting. So I kind of just forgot about my cruisers for a while, and I'm slowly working my way into them, and I hate to say it, I'm really glad I waited to get this ship until now. The player I was a year ago, 2 years ago, this ship probably was going to be above my capabilities to play right. So sometimes, guys, you're gonna see us talk about ships that we all like and we think they're really good, and some reason it could be play style, which could be experience. Maybe some of these ships just don't quite work out for you yet. Just park the ships for a little while, play some other things, come back to them, try them out here and there, but don't get frustrated with them. Like I said, the player I was a couple years ago could not have played this ship very well. So like I said, I'm real happy I waited on this. Anyways, survivability. We know she's a light cruiser that a battleship can actually, you know, delete you if you're unlucky enough to be showing full broadside to them. The max speed, I think this thing tops out with the supplies at like 33 knots. She feels slow that way. But with the time to full speed acceleration, the turn time, not bad. These 152 main guns, once you get used to the firing arc and kind of how their dispersion pattern hits where you're aiming, really nice. And like I said, with that turret traverse of, now with the elite bonus, 21.4 degrees a second, I think that's fast enough. The torpedoes having a range of, just over 8.5 kilometers. Nice alpha on them. You got 8 per side. You can't go wrong there. Good AA. And you have your air defense alert to play with. And then the surface detection with this camo on gets me down to under 6.5 kilometers. So nothing to complain about at all there. I went shell dispersion here. I think we could go main battery mod 2, but shell dispersion seems to be what's working for me. Now granted, I've only got 2 games in the ship. Acceleration could go steering, but I kind of like acceleration. And then obviously I want surface detection. And the same thing with my supplies. High grade coal, improved crew rations, and refined diesel to give a little bit extra ship speed and a little extra turning ability. I've showed you my commander. Again, these kind of free camos here, absolutely great. Extra torpedo damage, extra range, extra surface detection. The forest ops one would be alright with this one. Main battery firing range, shell dispersion. Fire and flooding resistance, who cares? But boy, I really like these camos, and I wish we could get more of them. And I look at my fleet shop, I've got 54,000, well, take that. Take that. But, I mean, Wings of Glory. I mean, what else is in here that's any decent, any use to me? The boosters. I mean, I could buy a booster, but I really don't need them. It's really something that really needs to be updated. And I know we talked about it quite a bit. Anyways, Minotaur. I'll show you in the battle records, the game I'm going to show you here, guys. This is my first game in the ship. And then I played another one. I guess it was last night. Got some more torpedo hits in there. Still had a really nice game. Like I said, full disclosure, 2 games in the ship, and those are my 2 games. So I really like this ship. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to progress along with this ship and see what I can do if I can break 100K in it. But I'm real happy with where I'm at with it. And like I said, guys, this is not a ship that I could have played even a year ago. So, as I'm expanding out more and more into different ships, I'm learning some different things, picking people's brains about them. And, like I said, I'm really happy I waited until now to pick this ship up. So with that, let me get the game up for you. Like I said, it's my first game in the ship. I was running the Stars and Stripes camo just for the surface detection in that particular game. So, yeah. Like I said, point out some stuff, but I think I played it pretty well, all things considered. And, hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Alright, what do we have for our first game here? Essex, Yamato, Worcester, Napoli, Adriatico, Gdansk, and Ashima. That's not terrible. So, yeah, we're going to test the ship out right, though. First game out. On Crash Zone. Alright. Let's get ourselves moving here. We got a shim on our side. Let's go help him contest that cap, if we can do it. Stevie's spotting for us, which is nice. But, I mean, if that Adriatico comes through C-cap, our DD is in a lot of trouble. Alright, there's the Shima. I'm going to hold off on firing yet. I'm still not quite detected. Alright, let's get him. Let's see if we led that right. Now he's turning a little bit, so well. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, if he's gonna sit still though, that's just beautiful. And the Worcester's over here. Alright, let's get used to these shell arcs. A little funky compared to what I'm used to. Alright. Try aiming there. Adriatico's coming in though. I don't want to pop my sonar just yet. I'm going to try to hold off on that. Doesn't look like we've got torpedoes coming through, but let's start getting into this cap. Drop some torps out. Alright. Now that Adriatico came through. Alright, now we're just going to smoke up. We should be able to take Shima out. That's the torps I was looking for. Let's get every gun I can on Adriatico. Get him out. Is that another group of Shima torps coming through? It sure is. Don't have to worry about him now, though, so we're all set. Adriatico, what are you doing? I mean, we lost the sonar. We don't know where exactly he is, but I mean, he's moving basically in a straight line. Alright, he's out. Alright, Worcester. That's not a bad start to the game, though. We got two destroyers out. I mean, granted, they are kind of moving through A-cap, though, so... Alright, so my only complaint on this ship so far is... Boy, it feels so slow. He's at the edge of our range, so... You know, we get a couple hits on him here and there. I'm happy with that. Just want to keep pressure on him. Now I'm in a little bit of a dilemma. I want to continue taking him out. He took a couple torpedoes. There's the Essex. I mean, we forced him way out. I'll pop my first heal here. Alright, pop our smoke. Let's get shots in this Essex right now. Let's see which way he's going. Alright, we'll let Shima go through. Alright, Worcester. Oh, we got a Citadel on Essex. Nice. I wish I could man, don't quite have the torpedo range to hit him, and Shima's gonna blow through and nail him anyways. Another Citadel. Alright, they're taking B cap from us now. I got that island. I'm sure I'm covered from those guys though. So let's get some torpedoes dunked out that way. See if we catch somebody. Yeah, Essex is toast. I'm not even gonna worry about that Worcester. He's so far back. Oh, there's a Yamato. Yamato? Yeah, I think it was Yamato. Let's get ourselves back under some cover here. We got one more smoke. We got our heal. We'll pop the smoke now. Let's dunk some torps out. All right, right about there. Napoli should be coming out of his smoke here. Where is he? He's right about there. Yeah, Just a hair back, I think. He's going to eat a couple torpedoes, though, looks like. So we're good there. Gdansk took a torp. All right, Napoli should be out. Yeah, I mean, very consistent guns. I don't have to stress them. I got to learn to aim them just a hair better, though. But this isn't bad for a first game with this ship. All right, where's he off to? All right, we'll dunk some torps out that way. He's probably dead, though. I'll take it for a first game. Definitely take it. Gotta laugh, though, because when I told my fleet mates I unlocked this ship, they're like, oh, enjoy the big destroyer that it is. And I ended up playing gun cruiser all game. I had 4 torpedo hits, but 215 main battery hits. Not going to complain at all about that. CV didn't screw with me, so not bad. Yeah, that's a hell of a nice first game. So, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.